All right, guys, welcome back to the show. So, as you can see from the title, we got this story out of Politico, a big story. It really exploded on X and other platforms of these young Republicans out of Kansas, where they had this group chat of them saying, I love Hitler and saying the N word like 250 times or whatever they said on the article, and a lot of other derogatory terms against all types of groups, Jews, blacks, uh, you name it, besides white people, of course. Now, we all know this isn't a surprise. Of course, this goes on in group chat, so I don't know why people in Republican group chats, and so I don't know why people are like extremely surprised by it. Of course, we should, if you have, evidence of that, like Politico had, of course, release it, and then uh, they can deal with that from there. But to think that this doesn't go on anywhere is absolutely hilarious, especially among young Republicans nowadays, because uh, Nick Fuentes isn't gaining traction for no reason, right? He's said, numerous great things about Hitler, and other, bad terms of other people. Him saying he hates poor people, uh, just really, derogatory terms towards other people for whatever reason, right? So let me show you the article here. All right, here's the article here, political article, Politico. It headlines: "I love Hitler." Leaked messages expose young Republicans' racist chat. Thousands of private messages reveal young GOP leaders joking about gas chambers, slavery, and rape. Let's read a couple here. Everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber. Okay, great. I love Hitler. Uh, they love the watermelon people. I mean, look at these emojis as well that they add onto it. Of course, another member of the group chat would either like it or put a fire emoji or a smile emoji next to this one. Uh, how ironic is this one, right? If we ever leak this chat, we'd be cooked. Uh, so it looks like they're cooked. He also hates the Jews, and that's loved by another person. Gas chamber, fire emoji. You see the emoji on the watermelon people, right? So yeah, I mean, in terms of, I mean, this just isn't surprising to me. It's definitely racist, and people on X trying to make it out not to be, and them being 20-year-olds. Let's just say they were joking, right? Let's say they were just, dumb 20-year-old kids. Uh, to still say that you shouldn't denounce it like Matt Walsh is saying is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, how many times are you going to go with the "oh, it was just a joke" thing? Uh, I mean, it's just not a joke. You know what I mean? Like, look at this chat right here. It says everyone that votes no is going to the gas chamber, and everyone that endorsed but then votes for us is going to the gas chamber. Okay. Nobody even acknowledges it. This is just like a normal text here. If somebody would have texted me, I would have acknowledged it first off, so you can see that this is uh, blatantly obvious that this is everyday text that it's gas chamber this, gas chamber that. If it was really like just like a joke thing, then they would acknowledge it, like they would at least laugh at it or something, right? But there's no laughing. It's just simply, oh, fire emoji, and then they just keep talking like it's a normal text. I mean that's crazy. Okay, that right there indicates to me that this is like everyday speech, and they really dive into the gas chamber thing, and they love to talk about that, and it just doesn't phase them that that's said. You know what I mean? Not to bore you with all of this, right? It just kind of goes over whatever. I'll get to the main points. It says 251 times, mixed into formal conversations about whipping votes, social media strategy, and logistics. The members of the chat slung around an array of slurs, which Politico is republishing to show how they spoke. Epithets like, you know what that means. That don't want to get banned on YouTube, so uh, I just won't say it. But in one instance, Walker, who at the time was a staffer of or whatever, is saying that they said slurs like that 251 times. Hence my me saying that it doesn't really matter. Like when they said the gas chambers, everybody just looked over and then just kept talking because obviously they're used to that. That's just obvious. These people were even seeking Trump's endorsement for young Republicans. Uh, that might be right up Trump's alley still, right? This is the guy, the main guy that I guess was the head of it. And look at him, of course he was, right? But he's sitting here making fun of every group besides himself. I mean, come on, bro. Really? 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 You're the one talking shit? All right, man. I think, when people are just talking shit online, usually it's just, it's people that, they look like that. And just in general, or they're just, keyboard warriors and they don't actually say anything, in real life. But uh, it reads here. This is the group. This is the text where I'll also get into a ex post by Matt Walsh where he's like, "Oh, they're taking it out of context." And literally read it. It says, "Yeah, I had some back and forth with the VC in Michigan. Current chair is a deer in headlights. We have a call Wednesday. Many agree. He did say my delegates I bring will vote for the most right wing person. Great. I love Hitler." Okay. So obviously, like, I mean, you can even see here they're trying to vote for the most right wing person, which doesn't bring any good, anyways. But let's just read this here. If you actually read that Politico hit piece, this is by Matt Walsh, of course. A political hit piece, you'll see that many of the messages are being taken wildly out of context. For example, the guy who said "I love Hitler" was clearly being sarcastic. It's explicitly meant to be a sarcastic joke, and yet Politico put that quote in the headline of the article, and conservatives are lining up to offer denunciations, as they should. How in the hell is anyone on the right still falling for this trick? How have you not learned by now to take absolutely nothing from the leftist media at face value, especially if it's a blatant political hit piece? So now all of a sudden from Matt Walsh, if you post, their own words, it's a political hit piece. Uh, they're literally taking their text and then posting them. That's all it is. The head of the headline was you can see all the text bubbles and when they liked or loved it or put a fire emoji next to it. That's all they're saying. They're just reiterating their words. This is similar to when Charlie Kirk died. People were posting his words and said, "How dare you? How dare you post his words?" Because his words are obviously hateful. And when they're said, they're pissed. But it's literally just their words. So, and him saying that this is taken out of context. Let's read it. What he was saying was what Matt Walsh was saying was it's meant to be a joke. Uh, let's read. "I love Hitler." The guy who said "I love Hitler" was clearly being sarcastic. It's explicitly meant to be a sarcastic joke. Uh, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just said it's a joke. It's not a joke though. It's like they're trying to vote for the most right wing person. He blatantly just says "I love Hitler." I don't know how is that a joke. What is the funny part about that? Great, I love Hitler. Like it doesn't make any sense. Let's keep reading it. He posted another thing here. Oh, let me go back. He was saying, "Yeah, I'm so right wing. I guess I love Hitler." He did not say, "I guess I love Hitler." He says, "I love Hitler." So Matt Walsh is lying again. He's just lying. That's not what it says at all. And he put quotation marks. That's not what he said. Basic sarcasm of a kind deployed by right wingers all the time. So right wingers all the time apparently say that they love Hitler. Not surprised, but that's coming from Matt Walsh, not me. I quoted Matt Walsh. Do not shit on me. I'm reading his words. I have the theocratic fascist in my bio. Clearly a sarcastic joke. Again, Politico made this the headline of the piece. Fundamentally dishonest. Nobody on the right should be giving it any credibility. So this is that thing again where it's like they don't want to announce anything. And if you've watched my videos before, when I react to Piers Morgan videos, and Piers Morgan all the time goes, "Oh, do you denounce this? Do you condemn that? Do you condemn that?" And it's over and over and over and over again for left wingers, but for right wingers, they don't have to denounce or condemn anything. It's because they don't want to denounce or condemn anything. Even here, where it's an easy layup to condemn something of these young Republicans saying, I love Hitler, and saying 251 slurs, is saying it's a hit piece. It's a hit piece because you posted my words. And that's simply ridiculous. I mean, and you wonder why when Destiny goes on Piers Morgan and they ask him to condemn something, he doesn't go and condemn something because the right can't condemn anything. Literally, you say I love Hitler and you can't condemn that person. So it's like, what political environment are we in? We can't condemn anything because I mean the right won't condemn anything. You can't expect the left to condemn anything because you won't condemn anything. So we're just all doing whatever the fuck you want to do, and uh, there's just no condemnation. And a part of that is Donald Trump being elected. I had a conversation earlier where I said, this article here was, or it was like it was like a message, not a message, but a comment on one of these posts, and it said, "Oh, Jay, or you guys don't condemn Jay Jones, right?" And of course, if anybody knows that Jay Jones situation, I don't condone what Jay Jones said, and I'm not really a big fan of Jay Jones because of that. But since you voted in Donald Trump, who said, sorry, the Second Amendment, anybody who supports the Second Amendment could maybe take care of Hillary Clinton. It wasn't that word by word, but it was like, uh, if if you're a Second Amendment person, you could do something about Hillary Clinton. It was basically a line around those words, right? So that right there is, calling for violence as well, just like kind of how Jay Jones was. So, but when you ask somebody, can you condemn what Donald Trump says, it's never anything. It's either no response or no condemnation. So you can't. What I wanted to say was, you can't really condemn anything in this political environment anymore. It's literally whatever is said just goes now, and you'll get obviously blamed from the other side, but from your own party, you can't even criticize said person because uh, the other side just doesn't play by the same rules. And with Donald Trump being elected, that's promoting saying shit like that, and for him to say all that shit and still get 80 million votes, it's like, oh shit, well, we need to do that now. And I've gone over that as well, where it's like, if you're going to reward bad behavior, you can't really complain when a bad behavior happens, right? If it's rewarded. So, uh, yeah, that's what I'm getting out of here, or that's what I'm getting out of this. And I'll play you this one video as well from Steven Crowder.
I want you to.
Let's play this, okay? Then I'll react after this as well.
I want you to remember this. Some private group texts where they made jokes about Indians smelling funny. Oh, where'd they get that? They want their. This is what they did, by the way, with Proud Boys. And I will say, this is what they did with January 6th. If they repeat it enough, you go, oh my gosh, that's right, January 6th. Oh my gosh, this is a white supremacist symbol. Oh my gosh, the Proud Boys. Right now, saying the president can't say very fine people on both sides. They'll never tell you, by the way, that he condemned neo-Nazis and actual white supremacists. They're kind of folding it into their previous lie, trying to make you believe that kids joking around in a private group text are also white supremacists who should be condemned. Who, by the way, Donald Trump did condemn. I know it's really hard to follow. I want you to remember this.
Okay. So he basically goes and says it's just a bunch of 20-year-old kids making jokes. But I mean, when is it not a joke, right? I mean, this is classic right wing conservatism where it's like, oh, it's a joke, and when Donald Trump said he wanted a Muslim ban, oh, it was just a joke. It's just a joke. And everything's literally a joke until it's not, until Donald Trump actually goes and, uh, bans certain countries, Muslim countries, from coming to the United States. And, it's just a joke until it happens every time. So, yeah, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous that they're just writing this off as a joke. They can't even condemn that. And this is why I find it funny. And I made that video yesterday of the real black fatigue. And uh, I can't imagine how you can be a minority and be a Republican. I just can't see it. Whether it be, these people just spewing racial slurs against whatever minority group, Jews, blacks, and then last about rape of women, and they obviously voted in a rapist. Like this is not a joke until I mean it's just not a joke. They're actually voting in rapists. They're voting in sexual abusers. You know, uh, I just don't understand how it can be a joke, but uh, that's how they want to interpret it. Obviously, I very encourage you guys not to fall for that bullshit, and actually look at it. It's not, common sense tells you this is not right, and what they're doing is not right. They should not be saying these slurs, and uh, the right should be denouncing it, and they're saying that you shouldn't denounce it. It's crazy. So yeah, but at the end of the day, obviously not surprised, of course. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video there, guys. This one's getting a little long. Maybe I went on a little bit of a tangent. I don't know, but if you guys could like and subscribe, if you're here, if you watched the whole video, I greatly appreciate you, and a like and subscribe would help my channel a ton. So yeah, I appreciate that, and I'll see you in the next.